Hi, I'm Michelle Cool, a spiritual teacher and soul empowerment mentor. And today I had the call to step even further into my purpose and create a little intro video for spirituality for younger lightworkers that need the support at this time to help uncover their personal journeys. Some of the concepts and the words that I may use today may not make sense straight away, but the more you watch the videos, the more you will understand what I'm saying. It's just like learning anything really, isn't it? Plus, I'll try to make it a little bit fun. So, otherwise, what's the point? What's the point in learning if you can't make it fun? So I wanted to start this video by saying that we're all born into this world with our own personal gifts, and they'll unfold for you as you grow as well. It's the same with me. I started off with sensing and feeling energy, and then I grew my gifts by watching YouTube videos, by learning, by tuning into my intuition, because as you'll see and as your journey will unfold, that's where the power is inside yourself and with your intuition. So we all have our own strengths and the things that we need to expand and improve on as we're constantly evolving and growing. It doesn't matter how old you get. You never know everything that there is to know in the world. So hopefully that takes some of the pressure off you. Because, even at my age, I look younger. I'm still learning. I am a spiritual teacher and I learn new things every day, and I love that. And that's one of how you'll know that you're an old soul or a light worker, because you'll be thirsty for knowledge. You'll ask those questions. Why does that happen? Why do you think that way? Why do they do things like this? It doesn't make sense. You're here to question the way the old constructs of society are built, because they're not here to serve your soul. And you're here, a light worker is here to serve your soul. So that's something to remember. It doesn't have to make sense to you right now, because it will unfold the further you go along your spiritual journey. So yeah, already said that. So what's important, I guess, in the spiritual journey is learning to uncover like inspired action, what inspired action is. I'll use, okay, like I went to school too, and that didn't inspire me. That didn't reach who I was. And I know they're changing things in the school system now to speak to people's souls, unwillingly or unconsciously. That is slowly happening. But that sort of, when I went to school didn't resonate with me, because my soul wanted to learn something more expansive than what schooling had to offer. And schooling gives you the building blocks to, I guess, have a job to earn money and things like that. But the more the light workers are getting in touch with themselves, depending on what age you are, you could set yourself up to have the career that your soul is here for. Whereas for me, in my time, I had to go through the 3D constructs of society, and I had to, do the jobs I didn't want to do. But what the younger light workers are doing, and they're figuring out who they are at an early age, saving them, wasting 20 years in a soul destroying job, because you're going to find out a lot earlier why you came here, what you came to achieve, and you do that by inspired action and following like the call of your soul. And so I'm so excited that you're here and that you're here to learn, because wanting to learn more about spirituality will expand your soul, your consciousness, and the connection that you have to the universe. And you're here for a big reason this lifetime. And I want you to never doubt that or worry what your journey will look like and how it will unfold for you, because it'll just unfold, because you're here for a reason. It will unfold according to your destiny. And you also need to know that you matter. What you think matters, how you feel matters, even if no one is listening to you. And especially then, because who you are matters, and that is such a big thing. I think like adults are trying to learn and uncover now, like what you want from your life matters, who you are matters, so don't ever forget that. That was just such an important thing I wish I knew as a little kid. So if you're watching this video now, then you are definitely an old soul and a light worker. So an old soul, meaning that you have a lot of sacred knowledge buried deep within you, that you might not have the key to unlock the information as yet, but you will learn how to do that as you grow and evolve. A light worker is a beautiful soul that is here to spread their soul knowledge. It's here to spread hope and happiness to others. And you will lead the way as you grow on your soul journey and shine the light for others to follow in your footsteps. You know, like, I guess I'll use myself as an example. Like for me, I struggle to find people that I relate to because I'm meant to learn these things myself and share it with other people. And that could be your journey too. But of course, your journey will unfold for you, and your soul will let you know depending on each stage you get to. It's a bit hay fever season today, so sorry about that. I'm a bit croaky. So what is your soul? Your soul is a multifaceted part of you that is eternal. It lives on forever, which I understand is like a hard concept to grasp. I know like when I went to a private school, religion, was like one of the topics. And I know they touch on certain things like that. So if you went to a religious school, or, you know, your family comes from a religion, spirituality is based on some of those concepts, but spirituality is more about love and releasing fear. Whereas for me, I find some religions are more about instilling fear, and that goes against what a light worker and an old soul is all about. So you'll feel the difference within yourself if that's true for you. Your soul holds within it the memories from this and any other lifetimes that you experience. Now I'll touch on past lives and things at a later date. I'm just doing a bit of a general overview of a few things, key topics. And the soul is so important, and that's what I'm all about, is reviving your soul. So to me, I feel like the soul gives off this, like, it's like invisible. It lives within you. It gives off this sparks of energy just to ignite and shift your energy from within you. But then that extends out through like time and space, which I think is just amazing. The soul is the loving inner guidance program that runs within your body, and it helps guide you as to what to do next to make you happy. Happiness comes from creating things, making things, me making this video. You can make your own oracle cards, for instance. It's just, you know, being a kid and just going out there and playing and things like that. So which us adults seem to forget how to do. So, you know, younger adults or kids need to lead by example and show us how it's done, because we've forgotten. You know, we get caught up in all this, like, oh, we need to put shelter over our heads and this and that, and it's important. But we forget how to have fun and be in the moment and live in the present. And that's what younger kids are so much better at doing than us adults. And I know I have to remind myself quite often. So your soul is your inner guidance system, and for you will come to you as a feeling. You'll have an inner voice within you that's calm, loving, and it will tell you what choices that you need to make that are best for you. Well, even for things like, let's use clothes as an example. When I go into the wardrobe, it's like a massive event for me. And when I'm deciding what to wear, you know, I kind of sometimes know intuitively what color I want to wear. Today I just really felt this burnt orange color. And it's calling to you for a reason. And if you actually like Google the spiritual meaning of colors, it will tell you more about yourself, because colors have a vibration. And they make us feel a certain way. They make us feel joyous. Like, my channel's called Pretty Pink Soul Movement. I've always loved pink. And pink means that I'm a heart-centered person, which is apparent to people that meet me. And I like to think that I am too. So your colors actually hold the signature of what your soul and your energy is made up of as well, is attached to your purpose. So what's your favorite color? Have a Google the spiritual meaning for your favorite colors and all the colors that you're wearing today, and it will shed a bit more of a meaning and a light on that for you. Let's talk about my favorite thing in the whole entire world, apart from spirituality, but it's a form of it, and it's intentions. So this is something that I wish that I learned when I was younger. It is such a super powerful practice. It's basically, if you want something, then you set your intention to get it. I'll give you an example of intention setting. Mario Kart. It's really interesting for me. I used to live with a friend, and he had a daughter, and she was about 10 at the time, and we used to just sit there for hours on the weekend, sometimes playing Mario Kart, you know, and I could beat all my guy friends, but I couldn't beat this, like at Mario Kart, this amazing little girl. She was so good at it, you know, and then I was just like, how are you always winning? Like, I just did that awesome flip and, you know, I was beating you and then you're just coming at the end. She's like, I set my intention. I'm like, damn girl, yeah, you know, and I taught her that. And I wished I had someone teach me that when I was younger. Like, it's amazing. She knows now she can do anything she wants to do. She can be anything she wants to be just by setting her intention. Like, it's so super powerful, but you can use that intention setting for anything in your life. It's the most powerful life force energy that you can create, and it comes from within yourself. I'll give you another example of this. So I was in high school and I used to have crooked teeth. I was never happy with my teeth. So like I, you know, asked my parents when I was in high school, I'm like, oh, my brother got braces. Why can't I have braces? They're like, we can't afford it. And I was just like, But that's something I always wanted. So, you know, within me, I silently almost set that intention that I will get braces one day, I'll get straight teeth. So when I was about 17, I found out somehow through my intention setting that steps were revealed to me that I could actually get some government funding to cover most of the cost of the braces because it was crazy expensive. And, you know, I set that intention through my desire to find a way to get that straight teeth. And I ended up having to only pay like 5% of the amount. It was absolutely ridiculous, and I could pay that off with like installment plans. But it just shows you, like, when you really, really want something, you can really, really get it. You just ask the universe for it. You set your intention. You're like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will find a way to get this done. And you will. But the thing is with the timing, you know, say I was in high school. It didn't happen till I was a little bit older. And another great thing you can learn is patience, right? Things will appear in your life when they need to appear in your life, when you need them. Ask, and then the steps will unfold, and that will be uncovered for you. You'll know the next step. It's just like having a little pebbles, like, you know, I guess being in the dark, but you only have like one like stepping stone light up. And it's not until you move to that stepping stone, you're like, oh, that you can see the next step to take, you know what I mean? And that could be years in between, that could be minutes in between or whatever. But if you can learn that at a young age, oh my goodness, us adults waste so much time being impatient and not letting things unfold and not having fun. Because when we're having fun and being ourselves and being creative, that is when we get the signs from the universe. Massive lesson, massive lesson. Another example is dancing. I've always loved dancing, and I always loved Kylie Minogue. You may not know who she is, but I recognized her at a soul level when I first saw her on TV, and I was just a little kid. I was like, oh my God, I love her. I didn't know why, but I could feel her soul energy. Her soul energy resonated with me strongly, you know, and she's so down to earth, lovely, she's fun, she's stylish, she can sing, she can dance. Like, I just wanted to be like her. Like, I just think she's amazing. So back to dancing and singing. Like, a lot of kids love dancing and singing because it's such a beautiful self-expression, you know, and that's something we have to learn as an adult, is learning how to express ourselves. And I didn't know how. Like, I just felt this call within me that I needed to be in front of people, even though, like, it scares me. Even if I was to perform now, dancing and singing, I'd get scared, but I love it at the same time, you know. So your soul will tell you your desires, and make sure that you always follow that. So like for me, for dancing cost quite a lot when I was younger, because, you know, they'd have you have to get costumes and stuff like that, and my parents couldn't afford it. So it kind of went, you know, I just did it at home. I sang at home and stuff like that. I just did it when I could, because I still loved it. But as I got older, I was like, oh, I love to do belly dancing. I really want to do belly dancing. I didn't know how that was going to unfold for me. And then one day a friend said to me, she's like, I've just started belly dancing. I'm like, oh my God, I need to come, because I've always wanted to do that. And I went from there, and I ended up performing and teaching. And yes, it took time for me to get good at it, because your muscles have to remember how to dance, but I did it. You know, I set the intention earlier and it happened. And things can happen faster for you. It's not going to play out the same as it did in my life. My life is a different story to how your life is going to play out. So if you can learn these things now, you can manifest the life that you want a whole lot sooner than someone like me. And it'll all unfold in divine timing. So now that you're learning patience, this is all good. So yeah, follow your desires and whatever feels good and exciting for you in your life. You can achieve with just by setting your intention and turning up that energy within you for wanting that to full power. Then the trick is to forget about it and just move on to the next thing. That's where the magic is. The universe is really magic. I remember I was about 6 or 7 and reality hit me one day. And I remember thinking, "Ugh, I thought the universe was magic," even though I didn't know what those words were. That was the knowing I had inside my soul. And I felt really upset because even though I didn't know what my soul was at that time, I just had that, that soul knowing and that memory that there really was meant to be magic in the world. But at the time, whatever happened for me, I just couldn't see it. But I want you to know that there is magic in the world. And we are here as Lightworkers to bring magic back and to show everyone how it's done. So imagine all the magic you can achieve when you learn these life hacks at such an early age. Oh, I'm just so excited for you. So you can create the life that you deserve. Doesn't that sound fantastic? And a really important thing I wish I learned when I was younger: don't ever let anyone ever tell you who you are and what you can and what you cannot achieve. Trust yourself and your inner soul knowing. Trust your desires and do the things that always make you feel excited and happy. This is how life unfolds for you, and this is how you get to where you need to go. So only you can ever truly know who you are. So love who you are, baby, and love all those things that you do and you came here to do this lifetime. You are special and you are loved by the universe. So let me get some messages from the Fairy Oracle deck, and then we'll do one from the Angels as well. So you can make your own oracle cards if you don't have any. I'm guessing if you're watching this video, your parents are spiritual, so hopefully they'll be, I'm sure you're already playing with their cards if they have some. Or you can save up your pocket money and get some. Whoop. This is how you don't shuffle. All right, let's see. We're going to choose this one poking out here. No, that's so cute. Okay, so depending on your age, we're going to talk about, we've got the children card here. So obviously most of you are children. I've got the love life card here. So depending on your age, now we're going to talk about love. Okay, love is one of the misconstrued things I think ever that we have in our lifetime. Why? Because sometimes when you don't feel fulfilled within yourself, which is what you're learning how to do, people, and I did this too growing up, people rely on love. They're like, I need a boyfriend, I need a girlfriend. And you know why? Because they don't feel whole within themselves. So then you end up growing up having these dysfunctional relationships because you don't know how to fill up your own cup. This is like harsh life lesson. I'm sorry if you're like really young, but it's going to be such an amazing, important thing for you to learn. Don't ever rely on, as you get older, or if you are a teenager, don't ever rely on someone to fill you up and to make you happy and to make you feel fulfilled, because this is what's taken me my whole life to figure out. Is in now I teach people how to fill up their own cup and live a life for themselves. No one can give you something that you're not giving yourself, because if it ends, you fall on the floor. If you're sitting there waiting for someone to come and make your life more exciting, what happens when that's over, when that event's over, or that person leaves your life? You know, that's when people fall into what they call a dark night of the soul, and then they go and search for themselves. So you can avoid all these things by learning how to fill yourself up now. And then you meet a partner, you know, when you do meet someone, or if you have met someone, you meet someone that matches you. Like if you're fulfilled and happy within yourself, then you don't attract these relationships that are toxic, because that's what a lot of us adults do. We stay with people out of fear of being alone. We stay with people and get treated badly because we're scared. You know, so it's almost like we may look like adults, but we're still acting as, you know, from our inner child space, we're still acting like a child because we don't know emotionally better. But if you can learn to make the good choices for you, what makes you happy and feel lit up, and you're growing and you're learning and you're just having such a fun time in your life, that's when you attract healthy relationships. You know, that's when you go, no, I know what happiness looks like because I know how to fulfill that in myself. So if you're being mean to me, I'm not going to accept that. I feel strong within myself. I'm just like, no, thank you. I'm going to go over here where the people listen to me or they're nicer to me. Do you know what I mean? That's what will be reflected in your outer world, because you'll have boundaries and you'll have standards within yourself, and you'll know who you are. Because when you know who you are, you don't accept that, let's say, bad behavior from people. And you could say it in a loving way, you know, it's like, don't appreciate you talking to me like that, you know, and then depending where you are, you can move on. But expressing yourself is very important. Expressing yourself in a good way. When something happens that you don't like, you need to express yourself. I don't like that. I would appreciate if you don't do that again, or I'm leaving, you know, depending on what we're talking about. It's all different situations. I wish I knew this as a young adult. Amazing. Okay, you guys are definitely light workers. We've got business venture. By learning these things now, learning these spiritual practices now, you're going to form a spiritual based practice. You're going to perform a business. It could be anything. Like, I also want to make handbags. Like, do you know what I mean? Any type of business venture you feel called to, because I love fashion. I love dressing up. I love spirituality too. I love dancing. Do it all. You're going to be so talented in so many different ways, and if you're not sure yet, it will be uncovered the more you do the things that light you up and make you feel excited. You will have a spiritual based practice, or you're going to be an entrepreneur for sure, because that's what we came here to do. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's get a message from the angels. Now, just know that if you're ever feeling scared or ever feeling alone, you can call on the angels to help you, because they are there to help you. Some of you may feel them, some of you could see them, some of you just might feel the energy in the air. They're there. Ask for help. Ask to be protected. If you ever get worried, if you're ever scared, ask for help. Throat chakra. This is a chakra about self-expression I was just talking about. A big thing the light workers have to learn is how to express themselves in healthy ways. So we just said that. We've got Archangel Raphael. He's the angel of healing. If you're sick, or you know anyone that's sick, you can ask Archangel Raphael, say, please, can you go help, you know, my parents or my uncle, auntie, brother, sister, whatever. Ask him for healing help. Also, light workers are healers, and you can do so with your hands. And it's seriously, all it is intention. I have done Reiki. I was trying to teach my nephew how to do it. But I think he was a bit too little. I was trying to get him like at age 2. He freaked out a bit. It's nothing to be scared about. Like, I'm talking about it now and I can feel the heat starting to come out of my hands. So you said on myself. Connect to Archangel, who we're talking about, Raphael, and ask him to show you how to do it. It's really that simple. It's intention. It's channeling the universal light. It's placing hands on your body. You can do it for yourself or anyone else that you love. It's about pure intention. I've done the Reiki course and stuff like that. It didn't resonate with me at all. My guides, which I'll talk about at the time, but they showed me how to heal. Any other messages from the angels, please? That one and that one. I'm glad it's not come out. You're going to focus for me, baby. You are a powerful light worker. I'm so happy this came out. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in service to the universe. You are a powerful light worker. Some of you may be called to be a vegan or a vegetarian. That is fine. If you're called to be that, if that's how you feel. For me, where I'm at, I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian. I see animals as beautiful beings, and I thank them for providing protein for me, because my body needs protein. Some of you may be fine without meat. Just listen to your body. I see animals and vegetables as the same thing, because everything we have, this computer has consciousness. everything has consciousness. You know, I thank everything. These cards have consciousness. Everything has consciousness. You know, so I feel bad eating vegetables too, as I do eating meat, you know, but it's thanking them. I feel bad when I cut my plants back. I'm sorry, I'm hurting you. Do you know what I mean? Like, listen to yourself, listen to your body. If you feel like you need to go this way, then please do go this way. If you feel like if you're not getting enough nutrients, then you need to see naturopath and look at what you can have to help boost your body. But don't ever starve yourself, please. I feel like I just need a couple more messages from the angel deck. There's too many cards. Oh my goodness. Butterfingers today. I'm going to take this one. Integrity. Oh, look, Earth Angel. Here again. You are a light worker, has come to Earth to teach about love. Love comes in so many different forms of aspect. Like, this is me doing, I guess, like a public service event by sharing my light with you and my knowledge with you. Do you know what I mean? That's about love. That's coming from love. I'm not receiving anything from doing this. I'm doing it because my soul wants me to help young adults and children with their spirituality so they can be what they came here to be. That is one of my life purposes. So you're a light worker and you'll come to Earth to teach about love. And that could be in any way that will unfold for you. And you must listen to yourself because you hold the answers and nobody else. Integrity is my favorite word. Integrity. Do what you say you're going to do. Do you know what I mean? I think when you're growing up and, you know, if your parents may have said, oh yes, we're going to do this, and then they take that back. Think about how much that hurts you. Then you form distrust, right? But forming integrity for the universe is integral. And do what you say you're going to do. This is an amazing thing to learn. If that's happened to you growing up, or, you know, teachers or whatever, family members, or, you know, have broken promises to you, that's lacking integrity, stops you trusting. But the universe wants you to trust in it and to trust in your soul and to have integrity for yourself. Just because other people may not be acting right around you doesn't mean that you can't. It's so important for light workers to have integrity. Have integrity for who you are, you know, uncover who you are at a soul level. And when you say you're going to do something, you do it. Don't you go out there and breed that distrust with others. You be the light. You lead by the example. That's what we're here to do. Doesn't matter if a room full of 20 people aren't doing the right thing. You know, stand by who you are and who you came to be. Doesn't mean you can't have fun. I'm just saying, you know, simple things like, you know, telling someone, oh, I'm going to go and sweep up the leaves outside, and then you don't. It's that kind of thing. That's who you are. You know, you don't want to be a liar because you disconnect from your soul. When you're when you're standing in your integrity, you connect with your soul and you do the things that you say you're going to do. And I love this word and I love this for you. And I hope this video made some sense. Listen to it a few times. If you have any questions or you want me to expand on anything further, please comment below. I hope you really enjoyed it. I mean, this video is good for adults too, learning the spiritual journey. I just hope you really enjoyed this because I enjoyed it more than I thought I would making it. So thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and check out my website michellecool.com, and I've got my other services there that your parents might be interested. I run soul programs and a celestial channeling course at the moment. More courses to come. Thank you so much for joining me, and good luck with your spiritual evolution. Thank you.